Chair, sorry. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Well, these opportunities for debate are incredibly valuable. They are valuable to the opposition because it gives them the opportunity to practice their unsubstantiated wild accusations, and it gives us on this side of the House a very valuable opportunity to reflect objectively on the advancements and the achievements that we've been able to make over a period of time. And so, Mr. Speaker, it's great for me to be able to objectively reflect on the fact that we have now the lowest crime in New Zealand since 1978. And we've been able to do this and achieve this while staying tough on criminals, because that's something that we've always wanted to do and something that our public want us to be, is tough on the perpetuators of crime. But more importantly, Mr. Chair, we have been continuing to work hard on putting the victims of crime at the centre of our policies, at the centre of our thinking, and ensuring that victims of crime are foremost in our mind when we are doing things. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chair, it is really, really important that we do this, and so we've been passing legislation to reflect this focus on victims. We have passed we've been working on the Parole Amendment Bill, and the Parole Amendment Bill has served to reduce the number of unnecessary parole hearings that offender has to have when they have little prospect of release. And I know that some people will confuse this with being tough on the criminals, but of course with a parole hearing what often has to happen is victims have to be notified, they have to relive the process all over again. And so by passing this Parole Amendment Bill, we are indeed focusing on victims. We've been able to work on the Objectionable Publications Indecency Legislation Bill to increase the maximum penalties for child sexual abuse online. Mr. Speaker, this is something that has been pervading society, not just in New Zealand, but right around the world for far too long. And so this government has been taking steps to ensure that children, not just here, but overseas, are offered greater protection through this bill, to ensure that people who are either downloading it or sourcing it, or it's not just about storing it on your computer anymore, just accessing it alone, by us getting tougher on those people, we are again supporting victims of this kind of behaviour. And Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chair, sorry, I keep falling into that habit. We're working on the Harmful Digital Communications Bill to tackle cyberbullying. Again, it's showing that this is a government that is responding to the technological challenges of our time. It's a government that is recognising that there are new ways that people are finding to victimise others, and we are responding to it through things like the Harmful Digital Communications Bill, and we hope to see some improvement in the way that is affecting particularly young people in New Zealand, but not just them, through social media and other methods as well. We're progressing the Coroner's Amendment Bill, again to improve the timeliness and the efficiency of the coronial system to better support families. Mr. Chair, this is a government that is caring about families. This is a government that is focusing on victims, and we've been working on this legislative program which reflects that and is ensuring that New Zealand will be a better place. We're working on policies too that will also improve the outlook for people within this country. And we've just heard from the Minister about IT upgrades that have been occurring throughout the police in terms of the type of technology that they have available to them. That has meant that by the extra hours that they can now spend on frontline services, frontline police services, which is what we want them to be doing, not necessarily sitting back at the station filling in forms. Through these technological advances, we have been able to create effectively like 300 FTEs equivalent of extra policing hours. It's like employing 300 extra people just by being smarter, just by being innovative, just by doing the right things and responding to what our country needs. We've been able to put 600 extra police on the front line. Our offending rates are also decreasing, and I heard a previous speaker from the other side reflect earlier, what are you doing about offending rates? Why are you only concerned about reoffending? Well, we are more than... Thank you, Mr. Chair.